right, welcome to another episode of the Bulldog Bark. I'm yours truly, Guru. With me, as always, I got Butler's Fighting Crew, BFC. And today, we got a very, very special guest. Another one of this touted 2025 class, Jack McCaffery. Jack, how you doing, man?
Good. How's it going?
Good, man. Good. Again, super excited to have you. I mean, just such a great class. You, Colt, and Stink Robinson on the 2025 class. It's I think Butler Nation is super excited right now. So really appreciate you sitting down and talking to us today. Before we kind of get into anything else, just talk to us a little bit about the recruitment process. What ultimately made you decide to become a Butler Bulldog?
I think it was the coaching staff for sure. Coach Mojo, he was at every single one of my games this summer. I built a great relationship with him over this past, I don't know, about over a year. He came up to Iowa City twice and came to my house. And then he also recruited Patrick too, so it kind of helped build the relationship from there. But him and then Coach Mata, Coach Barlow, um, Coach Pegues came to a few of my games. So like it's just been a great like steady recruitment throughout the whole thing. Um and then another thing that really stood out to me was I didn't have a great spring and they never really wavered on how like they felt about me. So then like when I played well in the summer and started picking up a lot more high major stuff, they really like they just kind of stayed like I thought staying loyal was like the best thing to do overall.
Yeah, man, no, that's awesome, and obviously, I think it's pretty well known that you're Fran McCaffery's kid. We know that, like everyone knows that. I guess when you're going through the recruitment process, was Iowa always off the table? Was that ever something you considered? Because obviously your brothers played there until Patrick. Now, obviously, he's a Bulldog. But what was that? What was that ever considered, or what was your thought process there?
I always kind of wanted to do something different. It was like, so watching my brothers kind of both go through the process of playing for him, it's kind of weird. You either have to be like the best player or you have to be like the worst player. You can't be like a mid player, not a mid, but like a mid-level play, like a starting level off the bench level player like playing for your dad. Like it's kind of a hard situation to be in. And then so like and it puts a lot of extra added pressure on you. And I was just like, I kind of just want to do my own thing. And then so like I think really when I first decided like I'm not going to Iowa was when they got upset by Richmond in the 2021 NCAA tournament. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know if this is something I want to do. It was like really hard for my mom too, like with both of my brothers playing there. And it just like she couldn't be happy unless both my brothers played well and they won and my dad was happy. So it was just kind of wanted to go off and do my own thing.
Yeah, for sure, man. And then obviously, you have a lot of ties here to Indy, and I know you talked about the loyalty from the staff and everything like that. Obviously, your brother's now Patrick's now on the Bulldogs. Connor works for the Pacers, right? Who is
Yeah.
obviously with Caitlin Clark. Was that a factor at all as far as like, hey, I'm close to family still, but I get to do my own thing at the same
A
time?
lot of a lot of it was Patrick being there and liking it so much so far. Like that gives you an extra level of comfortability, like coming into a place that you know, because like you never really know until you're there, and then like once like Patrick got there and he really settled in and really liked it, I was like, okay, I think this is where I want to go. And then obviously Connor, he's still there. He just got promoted with the Pacers, so hopefully he's there for a longer, but you never really know in coaching. You kind of can bounce all over the place. But yeah, it's definitely and it's an easy drive from Iowa City. It's 5 hours, so my parents will come up. My mom at this point might even get a condo in Indy, so
Nice.
who knows?
Yeah,
BFC, you got anything, man?
I was just kind of going to, I think one thing that everyone's really excited about in this class is, especially with the three we've got so far, I feel like it's all guys that have games like NBA style games that complement each other. But for people that may not know as much about your game personally, what would you say are some of like your strengths on the court?
I'd say definitely I'm really versatile. I do a lot of different things. Um, I I can like I'm pretty big. I'm a legit 6'9", so I handle the ball well for my size. I consider myself a good passer, good shooter. I post up a little bit. Like I can do a lot of things, so I think that's kind of the thing that like a lot of people liked about me is I'm not very one dimensional. Like I do a lot of different things, so I say that.
Awesome. Yeah, and then like what were you kind of saying? Obviously, talking earlier about, your recruiting process kind of firing up, especially this past summer. What are some
Mhm.
things that maybe some coaches have talked about that they want to see out of like kind of your last year in high school to improve?
A lot of it is just in the weight room. I haven't really like I lift over at Carver, and then I've talked to the strength coach at Butler's, Ty Watson, so far. He texted me, but I'd say definitely that's the main area of things that I really need to improve that. And then obviously just always becoming a better shooter, like just getting reps up. I wanted that to be like something that I can always rely on. So I'd say those are the main two.
Yeah, awesome, man. And I know we already talked about your dad a little bit, but who are maybe some like your role models growing up? Who did you look up to, not just off the court or on the court, but also off the court to help you kind of become the guy you are today?
Definitely my brothers. Like those are my two, and then my mom as well. My mom played at Notre Dame. She was an All-American, and then my brothers both have kind of been a big part of like kind of helping me play, like kind of helping me grow as a player. Like they always help me. I always go work out with them. We always play one-on-one, and it's just kind of been something that's helped me being the youngest brother, always getting to learn from those two. So I definitely say that. And then outside of my family, I'd say LeBron James. He's like always been my favorite player since I was really little. So, but I'd say those three, and then LeBron would be like my
If you had to say, and this is your honest opinion, which brother is the best at basketball? Which one is it out of you three?
like who if we played one on
If
one,
you
who
guys
would
play
win?
on one, basically.
Like if we play King of the Court,
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, there you go. Who's winning that?
ooh. Okay, we never Patrick and Connor never play one on one because it always ends up in a fight. So they haven't I don't remember the last time they played one on one. Um I'd say I don't know who would win, and whoever I say is gonna get pissed, the other one's gonna get
Hey,
pissed at.
you could pick yourself too,
I
The
can't beat
best.
him yet. I can't beat him yet, though. That's just a lie. I'm not a liar. I like I've got like we'll play spots and I'll get spots, but like over the course of time, I can't get a win.
Yeah.
Like if we play 5 spots, I'll probably get one or two if I have a good day. It's just I can't. I'd say Connor probably would win because he's the best defender out of us three, and since like now with his job last year, he's become really good at one-on-one because that's what he did like all day. He played one-on-one with like Buddy Hield and TJ McConnell and Andrew Nemhard, and basically he just had to guard them for like he was the workout guard guy. Like that's
Yeah.
just what he did. So I'd say probably him, but that'd be interesting to see who would win because we haven't played in a long time.
BFC, you got another one?
Yeah. I would just kind of say, obviously, Butler's new offensive system with Thad and Barlow, scoring big wings is kind of the one of the focal points of the offense. And with Pierre and Jamil and Pat this year kind of coming in, and then Thad's history of Evan Turner and big wings at Ohio State, was that something that was like you kind of looked at it from Butler's point of view?
Yeah, so I thought that was definitely something very appealing to me and something that I kind of want to grow my game towards being more of a wing. But also I think when they showed me back in the fall when I visited, they showed me what they call it flash game, kind of how the big guy flashes. I think I'll be really good in the big man spot too, which is kind of what Coach Mojo has talked to me about. So just being able to make reads as a passer, that too. But like I think knowing that like Patrick, Jamil, like Telford and Pierre Brooks, like all like Pierre and Jamil both had really good years last year, so that's definitely something that you look at and are like very intrigued by.
Yeah, and I think that's something big, especially with you and Colt both coming, kind of being similar sizes out of high school, but
Mhm.
playing the game a little bit of a different way.
Yeah.
How do you kind of see, just kind of looking at your 2025 class? Because I know Stink as well. What are you kind of looking forward to just out of playing with those guys?
So I played with Colt when we were going into our freshman year summer, and I'd say looking forward, like me and him play, even though we're probably around the same size, we play very different. He's way more of a natural wing, and I'm probably more of a natural forward, like 3-4. He's probably more of a 2-3. And then Stink, I actually don't know Stink as well. I first texted him the day I committed to Butler, and I said "Go Dogs" with like the eyes emoji, and he just responded. And then he ended up committing like a couple days later, and I was surprised. And then, but I don't know much about his game. I haven't seen him play. Everybody said, I guess, have you guys seen him play? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to make a lot of the scorers on the team very happy.
Yeah.
He's a bulldog for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say I think it'll be fun. Like it's always easy playing with a good point guard. That's the point guards make you better. So I'm excited to play with Colt. I think me and him will play really well with each other. And then Stink, if it's as good as everybody says, like I'm really excited to start playing with him.
And Simon Walker, if you're listening to this, it could be Stink, Simon, Colt, and you as the 1 through 4. I'm just saying. I'm just
He
throwing it out
told he told me he's gonna tune in because I texted him. I told him I'm getting on the podcast.
there. Hey, tell him he's getting a shout out. I'm just saying.
Hey, he's got a guest spot whenever he wants it. He's got a guest.
Absolutely.
Got
Hey,
a
weekly guest spot for sure. He could be
Yeah.
in. I'm in.
I'm telling like, hey, I've been working. He's if I don't get the job done on my official visit, I'll consider it a failure.
What about so obviously we're all kind of obsessed with Hinkle. Just we're Bulldog fans, right? So outside of Hinkle, is there any specific spots that you're looking forward to playing to in the Big East?
In the Big East, I'm excited. I think the Dunkin' Donuts Center that Providence has, I think it's probably one of the most underrated venues in college basketball. I'd say that. That's probably the main one that I can think of. Obviously, playing at UConn will be cool, but like I think Providence's like environment. Oh, and MSG. If we get to play St. John's at MSG, that'll be sick.
Yeah. I don't know if like during the regular season, but obviously during the Big East.
Yeah,
it's
there
you have to play there because I think they extended that for I can't remember how much longer. BFC, do you know how much longer they extended that for?
29, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long.
So yeah,
It'll
you guys
be
got
awesome.
some years in that too. Yeah. BFC, do you have any more like basketball specific related questions before we dive into the?
No, we can kind of go into some rapid fire.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. So here's just like the get to know you stuff. If you didn't play basketball, what sport would you play?
I played baseball.
Did you play in high school?
I did not play. I quit my 8th grade year kind of to focus on basketball, but my whole family's big baseball fans. My brother played at Iowa, and I don't know. I've always kind of loved it. I always kind of wished I was a pitcher. Like I kind of wished I stayed out, and I might honestly next year just become a PO because they play. Like I would play right before I would be supposed to leave for Butler, so I don't know, maybe that, but I kind of wish I always played. That's something I've kind of regretted throughout my high school career.
All right. What about who is I think you already answered this a little bit. Let's say outside of LeBron, since you just you say he's one of your role models. Outside of LeBron, who's your favorite basketball player? That could be college, it could be retired, not retired, NBA, anywhere.
Let me think. Besides LeBron,
Man,
I'm a big Michael Beasley fan.
That's an interesting one. All right.
Favorite player.
Yep. I love Michael Beasley. I think he's one of the most underrated players ever.
No,
he never really panned out, but like straight bucket getters, like he's up there.
Oh yeah.
Dude, when he was at Kansas State, I mean, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I'm from Chicago, so I remember that year because they were talking about whether it was gonna be D Rose or Beasley as number one. I mean, I think we could paint the right pick, but still.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a beast.
Exactly.
BFC?
All right. Favorite pair of hoop sneakers.
Ooh, right now I'm wearing the GT Cut 3s. I'd say I like those. Honestly, any Nike. I played Under Armour this summer. I was not a fan of the Under Armour shoes, and I played Adidas before that, and I was not a fan of Adidas. So anything Nike, I've been okay with. I like the Kevin Durant's, but right now I really like the GT Cuts.
I like it. So AAU circuit, you gotta stick to like whatever kind of circuit you're on.
Yeah. So when I played for D1 Minnesota, they give us all Adidas stuff, so we can't wear Nike. And then so like it's very limited, and I just never really was a fan of the Adidas shoes. And then I ended up switching to Under Armour my last 2 tournaments, and you can't even wear another brand in the building. You have to wear Under Armour.
Yeah.
So, and I sprained my ankle twice the last weekend, so I will never put another pair of Under Armours on my feet.
Yeah, no, I get it. So I would say, what's kind of like one thing you're really looking forward to in like the college life, like moving into college, kind of getting away, being on your own for the first time? What are you looking forward to?
I think it'll be really cool kind of to just kind of be away from home. Um, I'm excited to live in the dorms. Like, I think that'll be like a lot of people don't like that, but I think it'll be a fun part of your college experience. Hopefully with my roommate Simon Walker. We've been talking about that. But you know, I think that'll be really fun, and just getting out to Indy and seeing what like a different type of environment, because I've been in Iowa City for so long. So I'm excited to get out there.
What about like favorite hobbies outside of basketball?
I've been getting into golf. I'm horrible, but I've been getting into it. I like playing Fortnite. I haven't played Madden or the college football game yet because we just moved houses, so I don't have a TV yet in my new house. But I'd say video games, golf, anything just to like I hang out with my friends all the time and we just do a bunch of random stuff. So just being with my friends too, like just going around, I don't know, mini golf, just going out to eat, like just anything like that.
Yeah, speaking of eating, what about like favorite food or like restaurants?
Italian food definitely is my favorite.
Oh man, yeah, we got plenty of those. We got plenty of those.
Ooh,
Dude,
I need the spots.
I'll definitely hit you up with the spots because I told Colt this too. Again, I'm from Chicago and I've been here for 15 years, and I really do think that Indy has one of the most like underrated food scenes of any
Mhm.
city. Like you don't hear people say like, "Oh, go to Indy for like," but they got a lot of great spots. So
Yeah.
I hope I get an endorsement out of this or something. But Mama Corolla's, you can have that. That's a real nice place. I mean, a little expensive, but it's in
Hopefully
Broadway.
hopefully my NIL maybe will take care of it.
Exactly, man. Exactly. PSC, you got another one?
All right. So no Butler players included or Butler recruits. So we're including Simon Walker in this. Favorite player in the class of 2025 class?
So I can't say someone who's being recruited by Butler.
Yeah, no Butler recruits.
Favorite player in the class of 2025.
Other
Just
than
so
Simon Walker, yeah. Other than
Yeah,
Simon.
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I can't say Simon. Okay. I'll go with Malachi Moreno. That's my dog, so I'll say Malachi.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. How about if there's one place in the world you could travel and you could have been there before, or it's a new spot, what's like the one place you wish or you'd have gone to and you'd want to go back to again?
I want to go to either Greece or Australia. I haven't been to Greece, and I haven't been to Australia. I'm not excited for if I have to go to Australia for that flight, but I'd say those are probably the two.
Well, I think that was Colt's answer as well, and we all decided we're going to Australia. So you're hopping on, man.
Let's go. I'm
Here we
excited.
go. Here
My
we
sister's
go.
studying abroad there, so hopefully maybe I'll get to go visit her. But
Who is?
my sister,
Oh, nice, nice, nice,
yeah,
nice,
she's studying abroad there. So
nice, man. BFC, you got any more?
No, I think I'm all good.
Yeah, no, I think I'm fresh out of them too. But hey, Jack, appreciate you hopping on with us, man. Again, super excited for you. Colts and Stink is going to be. I mean, and we're not stopping here, Simon. And we're super excited to have you on the squad, man. I know we're obviously not going to see you this year, but we'll see you in the 2025-26 year, and just super excited to have you on board. So, as always, man, go Dogs.
yeah, go Dogs. I'm excited.